Hello, this is my video for I guess it's an off healer, I guess if you want to call it, not really a main or an off healer, just the other healer, we'll call it. This is not an SPC healer, put it that way. This is the healer that I recommend to pair with SPC. Now, as you can see by the little bubbles floating around my body, that means this is not a Rojo build. I do not recommend running Rojo on a healer anymore. I have figured out a better way to provide Major Slayer to the group, which also enables your healer to do their job in a much more efficient and easy way. I have my skills set up exactly the same way as my SPC healer, so that when you get on either one of these healers, they run exactly the same. This is for simplicity. Now, this healer is essentially this. It's just as easy as the Courageous Wind healer. The other healer procs off of overheals. Now I'll go over the sets to cover what they do, but again, just a brief before I do that. Attributes are at 64. The Ritual Mundus, Ghastly Eyeball always is my food of choice for healers. I am a Breton, and my skill lines are the same as my other healer build. These three work really well, trust me. Try this out. You will be having an easy time as a healer. Champion points are all the same, except for because I'm running a shield build here, I run the From the Brink instead of the Enlivening Overflow, because this can only proc every 12 seconds. So if the other healer's running this, you want to run something else. So I've run this in case of trouble. This procs a shield. So just keep that in mind. Again, the sideways smiley face is the other three. Slottables there. The two up here, Fortified and Boundless Vitality. Spirit Mastery, in case shit hits the fan in your trial and you need to res people, get that on there, help you res quicker. And then Bastion, of course, because this build has a lot of shields. We'll go over them real quick here. The sets I'm running, the blind. Whenever you critically heal something, it's going to give them a damage shield that holds for 6 seconds, and it's 3,365. And it also gives the group minor force, whoever has a shield. Now, I know that's super common. However, if they don't have it, this will give it to them. It's just icing on the cake. So don't say, oh, that's stupid, minor forces everywhere. That's not why I use it. It's for the shield. The other set, main set on the body, trial set, Xoryn's Perfected Masterpiece. This gives everybody maximum magicka and max stamina. You might think, oh, that's not that much. That gives you about 1% more overall damage to your group. Warhorn will give you 2%. So this is kind of meant to cover not casting Warhorn and instead using defensive or other ultimates instead that do more unique and beneficial things, because in my trial build, the team is running at full crit damage the entire time without Warhorn. So Warhorn is not used, so how do we replace that resource that's lost? You run Xoryn's. It's about half, but it never drops off as long as they are within 28 meters, which is pretty manageable. This does persist through death, so if you die, it does not shut off. It's on my body, so regardless of what bar I'm on, it never shuts off. So the third, again, I'm also running the Maelstrom Ice Step. As I mentioned in my previous video, this triples the damage of your Wall of Elements. That's the only damaging skill I have on my healer build. So I figured, because I'm not using the Dragon Star resto staff anymore because I don't have illustrious healing on this build. I may as well try and triple my damage with an arena weapon on the back bar. So there's that. Again, always use an ice staff on your back bar. You do not need or want a lightning staff. Ice staff is much more beneficial. Check your passives for your destruction staff. What does this give you? It gives you a damage shield. It makes you block with magicka instead of stamina. You don't have a very big stamina bar. It also increases the amount of damage you can block. I didn't cover this real well in my other video, but I'll cover it now. Right now on my back bar I have 62% block mitigation. If I real quick flip to my front bar and go back in here, now it's 52. That's 10% damage blocked, plus I'm blocking with my magicka bar right here, which is larger. If I block here on my front bar with my resto staff, I'm going to be blocking with stamina. And because this is smaller, I'm going to run out of stamina. This right here can be saved for roll dodging. You can just go like this and you have roll dodge. And if you need to block, get on your back bar and block with your ice staff. Much better. So now that that's done, back to the sets. Kind of all over the place, sorry, that's how I do things. Combat Physician. In case you don't know where this comes from, this drops from Wayrest Sewers. This is a base game set that's very good. Again, when this critically strikes, it gives you a shield. When this critically strikes, guess what? It gives you a shield. This can happen every 6 seconds per target. Guess what this does? Every 6 seconds per target, combined for 9,000 in damage shield, over 9,000 actually. And then for my skills, I have set up exactly the same way as I did my Courageous Wind. The spammable here also gives a shield. This is my scribed healing burst with the heal over time and minor resolve. This is in place of combat prayer. I'm trying this out to add another heal over time in the build with a pretty comparable burst heal there that's around me, not just in front of me. Just wanted to try that out instead to see how it works. Haven't really tried it a whole lot yet, so haven't really made my mind up, but just showing that because everybody knows what combat prayer does, but this is unique, so there's that. I did this an overview of why I chose the skill lines. Watch my other video, The Courageous Wind. There's a lot more detail in that. I'm not going to double up on that in this video, but this is my off healer build video. This pairs well with the other healer giving the 4200 armor from the Ozezan set and the major courage and recoveries from the Spell Power Cure and Perfected Kind's Wind. And then this one gives you max stats and shields to pair with your tanks, giving you Pearlescent Ward, Lucent Echoes, some increased status effect chance with Glacial Guardian, and either Stone Talker's Oath for more resources, or if that's not needed, Mighty Glacier to give you major resolve. So with all of that, oh, and the off healer, or excuse me, off tank also wears Lord Warden for an additional 3180 resistances. So your team should be running at about 31,000 resistances with roughly about 17,000 shields. So keeping them alive should be very easy. I'm going to do some more videos here where I cover support DPS roles that provide powerful assault, Touch of Zens from the Zen's Redress set, as well as Spalder of Ruin, Major Slayer coming from the EC wearing War Machine and Elemental Catalyst, as well as my martial knowledge build running War Machine with another Spalder of Ruin. So I have all of the support sets covered with ease of use in this trial team setup. Keep an eye out for the other builds. Check out my channel for my playlists on all of this information. I have several different playlists on my channel. Check it out. Look at all the different subjects. I have PvP builds, I have craft information, general knowledge information. I've covered a wide variety of things. Check it out, see if you like it. Thanks for watching. See you in another video. Bye.